Good evening, team, and welcome to the unscripted, unedited, award-winning Christmas podcast that is the Long Run Show. We are here to keep you busy and entertained over this festive period for the next 29 minutes and 15 seconds. I am joined by a crack team of everyday runners. We have got all the way from Non-Such Park Run. Admin is here. Ben is still here. And Captain No Nuts Hayden is down there as well.
Captain No Nuts.
Well, as in Christmas, you know, when you run out because everyone's come out and eating the peanut. Do you find that, by the way, when you're at it's not my problem, but I actually have to deal with it. But when you come around, like people come out and they eat all your like crisps and stuff, and then you've got no nuts. Like, so you get a bag of KP peanuts, and somebody's eating them all. Do you ever find that at Christmas?
I do find like, we're quite old school. Get the old nuts with the nutcrackers.
That's what, yeah.
They always take the hazelnut ones and leave all the crackers all nuts and eat them.
That's what I said. That's what I'm talking about. That like so, but it irritates me. People can't. They eat the ones that you like. It's like the bacon frazzles. Why eat them all when I like them? And it really
why put them out if you like? Yeah, why'd you offer them if you like them?
No, but they're out, so everyone can have some, but don't have some.
You don't want them to have them.
But also, when other people put their dirty hands in there,
then you don't put them out.
Just give me the packet.
Yeah, but you put like the sweets. You know, like when you got your celebrations, you put all the bounties out because I don't.
No, I like the bounties.
I'll give them to you then.
Let's go round. Admin, bounty, yes or no?
Yes.
Hayden, bounty, yes or no?
Take it or leave it.
What?
Take it or leave it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you rather?
What would you rather?
Yeah,
would you rather eat?
Better question.
Bounty, Mars. Set in a celebration box.
Easy. Mars all day.
Admin?
Mars, yeah.
Mars.
Always Mars.
Okay, bounty. Right, so what would you rather, Mars or the Malteser one?
Malteser.
Mars.
No.
Oh, I think Mars.
What? No, the Malteser's the best one in there.
No way.
No, I tell you what is worse. It's the worst one in there because once you've eaten it, you might as well eaten dog biscuits with Twix. That's just pointless.
Milky Way. That's pointless.
Oh yeah, that's like you're eating the insole of somebody's shoe.
Exactly.
What do you get Twix in?
The
Celebrations.
Is there a Twix in celebration?
Yeah. I think Bounty's the worst one. Galaxy Caramel.
Oh, the Galaxy are the good ones.
Galaxy Caramels.
By the way, can I just mention, this is a running podcast been on for 3 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
And we've not even told them what we're talking about this week. This week, this is the second part of our Christmas specials. We are going to be looking forward. So, Admin Ben, you weren't here last week. We looked back over our year, and I can't remember what we'd said. It was probably just some absolute amazing, like just purely emotionally driven content that we put out. But this week we're going to be looking forward into 2025. Okay, so we're going to be talking. You may have guessed by now this is not scripted. Okay, so we could end up talking about anything. So we're going to talk about that. We've got to give a shout out to our friends at Sketches. Go over to sketches.co.uk. They're our wonderful sponsors, and we really love them. Thank you very much to those guys. I'm also going to give a shout out to these guys. If you can see the product placement behind me, Kendall. The Christmas box arrived, so we give them a shout out because I like their stuff, and you can use code 40 runs. You're going to get a discount there, and I think that's about it. So, team, because I honestly want to make this show short because I want to carry on watching Tulsa King. In terms of 2025, now, Admin Ben, you're not allowed to talk about the year that's just gone because you should have been on last week's show, but you couldn't be bothered to be on there. But so you need to talk about what's coming up in 2025. So, firstly, because you're coming at different angles and Hayden, you're the same. What would be for you the optimal year running? Yeah, Admin. I'm not talking about holidays and like leading a non-such satellite group. I'm talking about actual dedicated running.
Yeah.
What would be your perfect year? And we'll start ladies first.
To have structure and consistency. If I can get structure back, I'll be winning.
That sounds to me like you just want to run.
Yeah, I do. And I don't want to worry about it. I want to go out and run and enjoy it. I really don't care how far I go. Don't care if I run 2 miles or 12 miles. I don't care if it takes me 20 minutes or 2 hours. I just want to get some structure back. And we've spoken about this before, I think. Like, I run a lot for social reasons. So I think for me, getting back to that is like most important.
Okay. Hayden.
Yep. Oh, sorry. My to be honest, mine's quite straightforward. I really want to go next year without being injured. I'd love
Free.
an injury free.
Fair.
That's really important to me next year. I've done. I'm not looking back. I've done a lot going back. I've got a lot planned for the next year, and I'm just hopeful that I can get over these niggles and things and have a nice injury-free year. I'm not worried about times, performances next year at all. I just want to get through the year injury-free and feel good about my running. That would be absolutely spot on year.
Yeah.
I must remember that. I just thought of something, but I have to come back to you because otherwise Ben won't get a chance. Ben, what about you?
Kind of, I think similar to Sabrina in terms of the social side. I think I want a year of enjoying my running. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy this year, but I want to.
You're not allowed to look back.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm not. So it's a year of kind of like no pressure on my running and going out and enjoying it.
Hayden,
Ben?
you said about that. In terms of that, what are you going to do differently in 25 to achieve that?
Well, I would like to say that I'll do a lot more cross training, but I don't quite a bit of that this year, and and I'm injured, so maybe that's not the way forward. To be honest with you, dialing down a little bit. The last 3 years, I think I've done 3 marathons each year. I'm definitely not going to do 3 at the moment. I've got 1 booked for next year. Maybe do the 2. I definitely won't do 3. I will definitely dial it back a little bit. I've never been a high mileage person, but I'm gonna just maybe take back the intensity a little bit, which will be absolutely fine because I'm literally not going out for times or anything next year at all. So I'm hoping that sort of strategy will keep me injury free.
Interesting. Admin, what are you going to do differently, apart from doing some running, to achieve what you want to achieve?
Organise my life better. It's true. No,
This is coming from the world's most organised person.
I've also had a really busy year, right, for lots of reasons, and I've got married, I've moved, and so for me, it's finding routine in a new place. Like, I know it sounds silly, but I'm not in a place that I'm familiar. I don't have all my friends like that I'm used to. Yeah, you're down the road, I know.
And it's amazing if you I mean, when the satellite group starts, the amount of friends
There you go.
carry on.
Yeah, but it's also like my work is still on the other side of the M25, right? So I think I need to get organised and start really carving out some time and getting some. Yeah, it's on me, right? I'm in control of it. It's nobody else. So I just need to make a more conscious effort, and it can't be the thing that slips. It's very easy to be like, when there's lots going on, that's the one thing that you can give up. So
it is true, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ben, what are you going to do to achieve that goal?
I think it's about going into certain races and deciding that I'm going to run with people as opposed to, I think a lot of races.
Don't take the piss and say you're running with me because I'm slower than you.
I mean, I was going to say that, but I won't now. No, but that's it. It's kind of choosing the races, and if I'm with people, is saying I'm going to stick with them and have a have a sociable, chatty run. From that perspective, and not have the runs that I'm going to focus on time, but less of them.
Okay. So I'll get what you're saying. All right. With that in mind, moving on. What's the sort of thing you're most looking forward to then in 2025, Abin? Apart from your new satellite group.
No, getting to Surrey satellite. Do you know what I am really excited about?
Coming to run with me in Chicago?
No.
Oh.
Unless you're taking me to the Bear, then
I'm going to the Bear. I told you you'd like it.
It doesn't exist.
But the beef thing does.
I tried to Google it last time I was messaging you about it, and people were saying it don't exist.
No.
It's called something else.
It does.
Anyway, let's not digress.
He's Googling it now.
What was the question? What am I looking forward to?
Yeah.
What was the question? Is that it?
What are you looking for?
Don't ask me. I'm Googling stuff.
Oh, I know what I'm looking forward to. I was injured this year. I'm looking forward to the Great North Run. It's like the thing that I've pinpointed in the year that that's like the one thing that I'm actually looking forward to. We were talking about it the other night actually with Simon and Toby, and it's like one of those races where it is a really social thing and everyone gets up there and it's just a really good time. So I'm looking forward to being back on that start line there, September.
Right, Mr. Beef is there. It's real. Mr. Beef is there. The original where the pilot was shot, Mr. Beef's, is actually there. Hayden, we'll have to go and find it when we're there.
Yep. If I get there.
What marathon are you doing next year?
This is I was waiting for the question to come to me.
Sorry.
The thing I'm looking forward to more than anything is, luckily enough, I've got to return to Boston. So I am really looking forward to it. Last time I was there and I was on my own. It's the first time you've been there, so you don't feel a bit of pressure, but you're a little bit out of your comfort zone. And this year, going back there, and obviously at the same time, I'm going with the wife, Louisa, and Marissa as well, podcast host, both going out there to get their 6 stars. So it should be a really, really special
It's gonna
weekend.
be
So
amazing, though.
I
Yeah.
really, really am
Brilliant.
looking forward to that. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's gonna be a banger. Ben,
I'm really looking forward to Chicago.
I'm glad you said that and not that
And
other
not
stuff.
because you're there. Before you say that, but no, Chicago. I think Hayden will, kind of attest to this. Chicago is a special weekend. I think I've done it for the last 2 years. This will be the third one, and yeah, it's just a kind of highlight on the calendar. It's just really nice. I'm looking forward to that, and it's going to be my only autumn marathon. So that'll be nice to just have one. It is, Chris, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
He's got plans.
I'm not sure.
Okay, it's my only planned one
Yeah, I'm
so
not sure
far.
what else other trouble we can get ourselves into. If we someone will come to me and go, "Fordy, do you fancy running that?" And I'll go, "Boys."
Oh, I have entered the ballot for Snowdonia, which is like 2 weeks afterwards.
Why?
Oh, why would you?
Oh, I don't know, because
It's worse than Brighton.
I saw it on someone's Insta story, and so just thought
No.
I should enter.
I have. Go on.
I was going to ask you a question. So you're looking forward to Chicago, going back there more than going to run around Disney World?
Yeah, Disney's going to be tough, isn't it?
I don't know. You tell me.
Four races over 4 days. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, but are you going to race them or are you going to?
No, I'm
You
going
can't
to.
race
No,
them.
I'm
You
going
can't-
to.
you
No,
can't
I'm
race
going to enjoy them.
Although
That's
they are,
gonna be great.
they're Boston qualifiers.
What?
The Disney Marathon that counts as a Boston qualifier.
Oh wow!
Yeah, but I'd have to. I mean, I'm hoping I've already done Boston.
You should have done. Yeah,
you would have.
Hopefully.
you clearly quite easy. I believe it's not like your London thing that we didn't talk about.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. 3 seconds.
What?
I missed my good range for London by 3 seconds.
No.
I got under, but they lowered it, and so I was out by.
And the
3
best
seconds.
thing is, no one keeps mentioning it.
No one mentioned it on a recording that they did last week.
No, because that'd be out of order because it was
That
still
would be
sensitive at that time.
Because he wasn't there either.
Was it?
Awful.
I was going to say something else, but I forgot what it was.
What are you looking forward to?
Oh,
You.
Chicago. Even though I don't like travelling, and I don't like being with people, and I don't like being in strange places, and I don't like eating in places that I don't know,
Yeah.
and I don't like being out of my house, and I don't like being away from my family. I'm really genuinely looking forward to it.
It's
No,
going
I
to be a
genuinely
great
am looking
weekend.
forward to it. Because I think it's going to be awesome. What else am I looking forward to? I've got a challenge planned, but I'm waiting for somebody to come back from Tahiti to tell him about it because he's got to do a bit of research. And I've added a twist to it today. I can't tell you any more about this, but I was watching something on YouTube, no, TikTok, and which may not surprise some of you, but I saw something that's going to add a little bit of flavour to it. So doing some challenges. What else next year? I'll be honest with you. I want to do less. I'm going to try and do less, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I want to do less of everything. I just want to be at home with my girls. That's all I want to do. I don't really want to do anything else. I'm not fussed about going to races. I'm not fussed about going to park run. I'm not fussed about doing anything really. I think 2025, I'm going to be lazy. I think that's a really good thing to be for a year, is lazy. Don't you think? Hayden, you're not
No.
you're shaking your...
I definitely disagree. And knowing you with your ADHD and the way you can't sit still for 2 seconds, you're going to break your New Year's resolutions at about 1 second past midnight.
Well, this is the problem. You've got to remember, you're catching me at a point where it's like I'm
You're
easily
tired.
I'm easily distracted. So I could say anything this week, and next week I could be completely overwhelmed. It could be anything completely different. And so it depends where you get me. I like working cycles.
Yeah.
But
we've already got a lot in the diary.
Yeah, I know.
For next year, so
I think I don't want to do a lot. I've got 2 marathons. I've got 3 or 4 half marathons here. I've got this. Anyway,
we got something else over the summer as well, haven't we? Start of the year.
What have I got to do?
You've got to do a triathlon, haven't you?
Nice.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, did I not tell you I'd signed you up for that?
Oh,
Get that bike out.
It can't be that hard. So
Can I just say, Toby swam 2 miles and he can't swim, so there's no excuses.
I'm doing less, is what I'm doing. I definitely feel like I need to take a step back. I need to do less. That's
Can we
what I
just
need to-
so for people these podcasts are evergreen, they're great. So you can look back on them for ages. So this one, 6th of December 2024. I say the 7th of December 2025. We'll try and get all 4 of us back on. We'll go on our Strava and we'll look at our mileage and let's see how much less you have done. I bet it's absolutely
Well, okay, so
zero
I'll
less.
tell you what, let's have a look at our mileage so far this year. Right, get your phones out. I mean, this is going to be brilliant for you. Oh, tight. Hang on, let me
Also,
get it.
within the space of an hour, we're going to get a text going, "I've had a brilliant idea."
Oh yeah,
Now,
guaranteed.
honestly, my challenge is, I think it's brilliant.
Can I just say, this is
how do you find
pointless.
out what you
You
own
go to
your
your
mileage is?
you go to your profile,
On what?
Strava.
I don't do Strava. I hate Strava because it's a con. They try and charge you for all this. It's like those running apps where they charge you to have a community. It's an absolute con. Why is that not free? Why is it? It's just a con. Right. So how do I find it out?
I actually can't find it.
Under
You
your, it
go-
says activities. Under you got statistics. It says this year.
I'll be honest with you.
Mine does not say that.
So I normally go, the top left where your picture is. I click on that to you, and
We
then
probably
go.
shouldn't have done this like during the recording.
No, it shouldn't have been pretty bad.
just
My point was of all of this, whatever your mileage, if your mileage says you've done 1,500 miles, I can guarantee you December next year you're going to be at 1,600 miles. You're not going to cut
Right.
back.
So
You can't cut back.
according to Garmin, right? Because I don't use Strava because I refuse to pay for their stuff. Based on the fact that I had 7 weeks out, I've totaled 1,344.6 miles. So my average weekly is basically 26 miles.
But is that including those 7 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a whole year from 1st of Jan to 31st of December. But it's not the 31st of December, is it? So this will probably be about 1,500 by the time we've done that long run tomorrow. Admin? Brilliant. Come on, please tell me. You've done 0.6 of a mile.
It's low.
What?
200.
Tell us.
No, what do you think? Have a guess.
200.
Go on.
I'd go about 500.
I heard her say a 2, so I'm going to go 220, 221.
247.
Wow.
That ain't bad. I'll be serious. I thought it'd be less.
I mean, I did do a lot of swimming and some cycling as well. Let's not forget that.
True.
And technically, you broke your foot.
Yeah, I did.
She
So I
broke her
actually
foot.
had 3 months out with a stress fracture. So
That's all right.
I'll take
So
that.
admin. So if you do 500 miles, yeah, but hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. This is total nonsense.
What do you mean?
This is total and utter nonsense that Hayden's trying to do here. I see what he's trying to do here. This is total nonsense. You need to stop. It's just like, I get a Garmin because I can change the face. What's that rubbish?
Crap again.
What I'm trying to say is I'm going to do less, not mileage. I'm actually
Right.
going to do more miles,
Okay.
but I'm going to do less in terms of like 50,000 jobs a day. Sign up for 1 million things. Try and do, brilliant ideas here, there, and everywhere. Go up and tear around and go to Wales, go to Manchester, go to go to this, go to that, and fly about all over the place. And all that sort of stuff. Because I did all that this year. I was lucky enough to get around the country. The only part I want to get down is the southwest. But other than that, I want to not a year off, but I want to do less. I want to focus on my running.
Yeah, that's fair. I just like a better conversation would be, what date do we think this is all going to go out the window? And he'll have a whole calendar full of stuff because
I know.
January the 2nd.
Yeah, I was going to go January the 2nd as well.
You've got no faith in me.
none.
No.
The problem is when these people come to me and they say, "Oh, did you fancy doing this and you fancy doing that?" I go, actually, who can I get to do that with me? I'm really looking forward to my challenge. I think it's going to be epic. Moving on. So what we've established is that I'm doing nothing. You lot are doing a lot next year. Admin's going to do more than 250 miles. If you could, this is going to be a tough one because I did something like this last week. Okay, I threw this curveball in there. Hayden, you know where I'm going.
I do.
If you could go and run, right, an event, and Brooks are paying, and you could take somebody from the community or club, who would that be? Ben. You can't say me because it's not fair.
Yeah. See, mine's probably an easy one. Tokyo, and I'd take Tracy
Oh,
because that's the star that I'm missing, and she's missing it for us supporting. So
okay.
easy one for me.
Hayden.
Listen, mine's just as easy, and mine's not even if. Mine's dreams. Mine's happening. I'm going to Boston with my wife. I can't.
I
wait.
love it.
Oh,
This is a shot with bleach though, isn't it?
It's Christmas. We've got to be happy like that. Come on.
I felt
Oh,
really
Grinch
good.
up there. Come on, Grinch. What's yours? Come
What?
on, answer yours. Where do you want to go, and who are you going to take?
It's got to be running.
It's got to be running. It's going to be Speedgoat. It's got to be Speedgoat.
I do. I'll be honest. I have the best time when I'm with him in Yorkshire, right? Mainly because nobody knew about it, but we had the best time. It was so funny. All the stuff he was eating, it was out of control. But I was helping him. It was so bad. We went to this cake shop because they tagged me on Instagram. We walked to this cake shop, and we started eating this cake. He'd already eaten 3 cakes at home at the flat, and we went and had more cake. And he was running a marathon the next day. It's just not normal. But I absolutely love going away with him doing that sort of stuff. Honestly, it's one of the best experiences. If you could do it on a 1-to-1 with Speaker, you'll have the best time.
Have you ever run with him on your own, Hayden? Like a long run?
10K. Halves. Yeah, I've done a few halves of him. Yeah. Yeah, a few halves.
It's so good. We
You
need
need
to
to-
rent him out.
Yeah. You know what? You need to get him on a 20-mile run, right? Because he's the best company on a long run. Like if you just need company, like we're all very lucky. We've all run with lots of people. We've got lots of friends, but he's definitely up there because
I love
just
running
make the
with him.
time go.
I don't know what. It's just he's just got this thing about him. 1 minute he'll be like taking a piss. Next minute he won't say much. But when like you're in that run, and sometimes it's best not to say anything. But if you say something, it's like I don't know. He's just got words of comfort.
Yeah, but also he'll be dead for the first.
Yeah,
Like it's a half 10 miles, and he
Comes to
will.
life.
Yeah, and then suddenly he wakes up.
Yeah, and while you're in the bush having a wee, it just goes past you, and you won't be able to catch him up.
So you've established you're
This
going
is
with
true.
Speedgoat then, but where are you going? Where are you going with Speedgoat? Who's paying to go where?
Oh no, we can't go there because I'm not allowed back there. I would like to go and run the Tucson Marathon with Speedgoat
Nice.
because it's hilly, but he don't mind the hills. I would just moan the whole way, and he'd just get me through it like we did at Yorkshire. Honestly,
Nice.
I think that I'd love to see him in Tucson. He'd be out of his mind. Ben, you done you admin?
I'd like to go and run the Petra Marathon with Petra.
What's
It's
the
her
Petra
namesake.
Marathon?
Yeah,
What's the Petra Marathon?
it's in the desert.
It's in the desert. That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's that?
Egypt, Petra.
Google this.
You know what's going to come up when you Google it, don't you? PB, a big picture of PB is going to come up.
The Petra Desert Marathon, the ultimate marathon challenge. Choose between a marathon or 25 kilometers. Oh, I'll be fair. This looks good.
You
That'd be
weren't
hard.
invited. She's going with.
I mean, when
she's
you
going
go,
with PB.
Well,
no,
I'm
be
not.
fair. This looks really good.
I'm not going, but if I could, because I think it's her namesake marathon, it would just be brilliant. And she is a bit like Speedgoat. She's great company on a run.
Where is this? I don't understand where this is.
Egypt.
Oh, I can't do Egypt. You get the trots.
You
This
can't
looks
go
amazing.
anywhere outside the M25 without having a dodgy tummy. So I won't worry.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like it's got that thing. Have you ever seen what's that show called? Oh, what's his name with Han Solo in?
Star Wars.
No, the other thing he's in. Indiana Jones.
Raiders of the Lost. Oh, yeah.
It's in there. When he was with Sean Connery.
Yeah,
That's where they run to.
That's where they get they exhume the body out the ground and stuff. It's in the desert in Egypt. Yeah.
It's unbelievable. This looks amazing. Right, I'm doing that. I'm signing up for that.
Cool.
There you
But you're doing less next year.
And not flying around.
I'm
Yeah.
doing less. Okay. That's the 6th, Ben. That's the 6th of September, 2025. Let's do a half marathon.
Great North Run.
How long's the
weekend.
Great
flight?
Norfolk, yeah.
How long's the flight to Egypt?
About 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
And you get business class.
No, there's no
Oh,
need.
no, I'll get my bro to take me out. He uses Avios miles.
Hey,
Right,
just
last
fly you,
thing.
can't he?
Last thing for 2025. Looking forward. Right. serious. This is the way we're ending the show. If you could gift a race or something to somebody within the club and community, right? Whether it's a 6th star, whether it's their first 5K, whether it's to send them with Speedgoat to the Yorkshire Marathon, or it's like, I don't know, you send Tracy to the New York City Marathon to run it. What would be that gift at Christmas? So somebody maybe missing a star. I don't know. Whatever. You have to get creative. You've got 4 minutes. What would it be, Ben?
We have to pick the person.
And
well.
where you're sending them.
Sending them the gift. What is it?
Oh,
What's that person's, you think, whether it's their life goal they may have mentioned, or they just deserve something? Maybe there's somebody out there who's just so deserving for something. You know, like I'd love to send Hayden back to Middle Earth. So he could go to the Misty Mountain, he could see all his mates, and do you know what I mean? Gandalf would be there, use a wizard spell, make it bigger.
I appreciate that.
All that
I've
sort of
got
stuff.
one.
Oh,
yeah, please.
and be sensible. This is meant to be a nice way to end the festive podcast.
This is
We
really
should be playing some like romantic music in the background. I wonder if there's a music. Oh, hang on. Hold tight.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Wait there.
Yeah, we're going to get a copyright strike here.
Copyright strike. Trump.
It's like the elves are coming.
No, that's not what I was looking
No.
for. Maybe we'll find it. I sounded like Ben in the bath. This one's called Epic. You need that? Oh no, this is the one. I got it.
No.
It's like you're in a spa. Right, admin. I've not got the mood. I want you to think, everybody, now. The lights have gone down. The candles are flickering. There's a scent of like what they called a Yankee candle with some Christmas elements to it. There's some stockings above the fireplace. There's a treadmill that's not being used. And the Christmas tree is up and it's glistening in the low light. And that person's about to come in to your house. Remember, they're not allowed to touch the nuts or the frazzles, but they're coming in and you're about to give them this gift of a lifetime. Abin, what is it? And who is it?
I would send Toby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Where?
I'd send him to do those 7 marathons, 7 continents, 7 days. That'd be a brilliant gift. He'd love it. That is a great gift.
You could have given somebody anything.
Yeah, that's it. You said a running gift. You've got to give him a race. I think that is a brilliant one for him.
So Speego's got to do 7 marathons in 7 days.
In 7 continents. You like fly between them.
Okay. All right. You can't say nothing. You can't comment. It's each to his own. Again, glistening, low lights, Yankee candle.
Who's next?
Ben.
Oh, it's so hard.
It's not hard.
It is.
God.
Because I'd want to give Tracy something, but I feel like if I gave her, I'd give Tracy an ultra because she would kill me if I gave her a marathon. Genuinely, she'd think I was punishing her. I'd give her an ultra.
Where?
I'd do it I think you should be happy doing it in the UK. Genuinely, but I'd have to give it to her that there'd be a few of us doing it with her as support.
Yeah.
As well. And I know that's a bit of a cop-up, but that's what I want to give something to Tracy, and that would be what I think she would appreciate without seeing it as a punishment.
Right,
hey, do you know what one she might like?
What?
One with all the wine on the route.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Baccarats. Yeah.
There you go. Yes, perfect.
There you go. Done. Right, Trace, he's going to send it. Sign it. If he doesn't give you that, let me know. Hey.
Right, so without offending my wife, because this person will have to come in with the Yankee candles and the mood setting. I don't want to upset her, so I'm going to Boston with my wife. So this is separate, and I'm going to take this person to a half marathon, a rock and roll event half marathon.
Oh, now he's talking.
And it's going to be in Nashville. Do you know who I'm going to take?
Honestly,
I'm going to take buddy up there. Why not?
Oh,
Nice.
that-
Christmas time.
honestly,
It's been nice.
That would
Nashville.
be. I'd be serious. You said about going to Tucson. I'd love to do that. I don't
Nashville
think
half.
I need to get over the fear of flying because I'd love to do that. I'd go into Luke Combs' bar. I'd go to them all. Honestly, I don't think I'd come back. Mainly because I'd probably get arrested. But that would be a dream to go there. Nashville half marathon. That would be.
With
It's a rock and roll one, so they really put a good show
I
on.
might retire after that. I'd just continue to entertain the nation on a weekly basis, but I'd probably retire from races. That's unbelievable. I'm going to end the show with this. It's a shame we can't dim the lights, isn't it? Hold tight. Dim the lights. Doesn't help on the podcast. I would take my podcast hosts, friends, and we would all go to Lapland, not lap dancing, Hayden, Lapland for Christmas, and we would record one of these next year in Lapland. Father Christmas outside, yeah. There'll be yellow snow because Hayden's pissed on the floor again.
Oh,
I think it would be awesome. Can you imagine? All seriousness, yeah, us lot going out to Lapland to record a podcast. How awesome would that be?
I would like to put Toby on a husky ride.
Think how much trouble we could get into, right?
That'd be
In
brilliant.
Lapland. But I think I'd love to take the whole team, right? We get on Hayden's jet, we fly out there. We've got like what are they called? Like them wooden things, house or whatever it is.
Log cabin.
With like a hot tub in it. Like, you know, and then you go and dive into the lake and you dive in the thing in it. But we would sit down and we have like Christmas jumpers on things. Just think about it. And we all sit there and we record this live out there. How good would that be? Be serious, Appin. Be fair.
You know what? You can have that one.
Can Bill come though?
He can come if you want. He can go
I love
instead of me.
I need James Bond there just in case we get into trouble. Right, okay. I think that's the end of our festive activities. Next week, we're hoping, and I don't know because I haven't recorded it yet. We're hoping, fingers crossed, to have a race director on. Andy, who is, I'm telling this now, we might not make it work, but we're trying to get this in before that week because we want to get Andy from the Chelmsford Half Marathon. Chelmsford Half Marathon is an upcoming event, I would say, in the city of Chelmsford. It's in March, and I thought it'd be kind of awesome to have him on and grill him a bit about how it all works. I think it's good in terms of knowledge that when we all sit there and we go, 50 quid for that. Right. But to understand some of those costs, like, like I don't know, you know, how much does it cost to close some roads? How much do you have to, is insurance to pay for stuff? What the hell, where do you start about road close? All that kind of stuff. So honestly, if you've got, oh no, they won't have time, would they? Because we'd record it. I was going to say, you've got any questions? You just have to leave it up to this 18 to grill him. But yeah, so we're going to do that hopefully next week. So hopefully you'll find that useful. We really thank you for all the love this year on the podcast. Genuinely, one of the things I would say, I don't know about you guys, that blows my mind is how many people come up and say that they listen to the podcast. The best ones that I never get over is when people are actually in races and they're listening. And like we had it at Fulham, didn't we, the other week? And the geezer come up, oh, 40, I'm just, and it was telling me the bit in the podcast that we just recorded on the Friday.
So I actually had in Benidorm. Sorry to interrupt you. I was in Benidorm and it was 3:30 in the morning, and I went to the toilet and. Here we go.
On your shoes.
Carry on. It's a nice story.
I went to the men's toilet, and as I was standing there, just went to the toilet, washing my hands, and someone cut to me and said, "Can I shake your hand? You're Hayden, aren't you?" And I went, "Yeah." He said, "I love Long Run Show. I've just seen Wilco out in the bar as well." He said, "Absolutely, I made up." It was 3:30 in the morning in Benidorm. It was just like, where did that come from?
I know it is, and honestly, so I genuinely wanted to say thank you to everybody who supported the podcast, who puts up with the sometimes slightly irrational behaviour of admin and the lack of control over certain episodes. We generally mean it. We don't, honestly, it's not bullshit. We don't script these things. We just come on, we just hang out, and we like to talk about running. So we really do appreciate the support. Yeah, thank you very much. So I think that's it, team. I've got to find out, Ben, you got any value to add, or are you just going to sit there and look like you're falling asleep?
I'm just going to sit here and look like I've fallen asleep.
Right, Ben, I'll tell you what then. I will give you the honour of taking us out.
Bye, boys.